This program is brought to you by Qberg, Pittsburgh's source for LGBTQ+ news and community information. To learn more about Qberg, check out their website at qberg.com. That's QBURGH.com. From the PEP Radio Newsroom, these are the stories we are covering at this hour. In another example of President Donald Trump's weaponization of the Department of Education, the DOE's Office of General Counsel is demanding that transgender high school and college athletes be retroactively stripped of their records, titles, and awards. The demand follows Trump's executive order seeking to ban trans female athletes from all school sports. The letter from the DOE, addressed to the National Collegiate Athletic Association, or NCAA, and National Federation of State High School Associations, states we cannot undo the damage inflicted by years of policies and practices that have denied the material reality of sex and conflated the immutable characteristic with a subjective, fluid concept of identity by prospectively returning to objective factual sex classifications in athletics. But we can recognize the harms done and injustices committed by such misguided policies, and reversing their effects will restore a genuine commitment to girls' and women's equality of opportunity in athletic competition across the United States, the letter says. With that, the department demanded the two sports organizations restore to female athletes all records, titles, awards, and recognitions wrongfully credited to male athletes. The letter, obtained in a scoop by the right-wing administration mouthpiece, the Daily Caller, also called on the NCAA to adopt clear, fact-based language that parrots Trump's Day One gender ideology executive order restoring biological truth and recognizing only two immutable sexes, male and female. In a DOE press release accompanying the letter, anti-trans activist and former college swimmer Riley Gaines said restoring stolen athletic accolades to their rightful owners is a crucial step towards reinstating accountability, integrity, and common sense, one that I wholeheartedly support. Gaines tied for fifth place with transgender athlete Leah Thomas in the women's 200-meter NCAA championships in 2022. Gaines would be the sole fifth-place finisher if the NCAA caves to Trump's demand to revise college records. The NCAA has already bowed to the administration's gender ideology dictate. Last week, the governing body for college sports voted to ban all transgender women from competing in women's college sports. The DOE's letter argued the administration's latest assault on transgender athletes is entirely consistent with the NCAA's new policy. NCAA President Charlie Baker, one of the few recipients of the letter, told a Senate committee in December that he is aware of fewer than 10 transgender athletes among more than 500,000 student athletes who compete in NCAA championship sports. In other words, if the Republicans in the right wing of Congress would like to possibly, I don't know, just throwing this out there on a limb, help women's sports and athletics, perhaps they would put more money towards women's athletics, and maybe, just maybe, they might actually show up for those events rather than just giving them lip service in front of the audience of Fox News. Just a thought. In other news, Audrey Ansel is afraid Ohio University's Pride Center might shut down if a controversial bill that would ban diversity and inclusion efforts from Ohio's public universities passes. State Senator Jerry Cirino, Republican from Kirtland, introduced Senate Bill 1, which touches on many aspects of higher education. In addition to the diversity and inclusion ban, the bill would prevent faculty from striking, set rules around classroom discussion, put diversity scholarship at risk, shorten university board of trustees' terms from 9 years down to 6 years, and require students to take an American history course, among other things. Perhaps Senator Cirino would mind taking one of those American history courses himself. Just a thought. The Pride Center means the world to me, Ansel, a 21-year-old junior at Ohio University, said. The Pride Center definitely serves as a hub for queer people in Athens. Not only is it a hub for university students, but it's really a hub for the community. The Pride Center's future isn't the only one potentially in jeopardy. The university's Women's Center and Multicultural Center also fall under OU's Division of Diversity and Inclusion. Combined, the three centers have 8 full-time staffers, according to their websites. Ohio University spokesperson Dan Pittman said the university does not typically comment on pending legislation. We will continue to monitor this proposed bill as it evolves and progresses through the state's established legislative process, Pittman said in an email. We will continue to monitor the proposed bill as it evolves and progresses through the state's established legislative process, he said in an email. John O'Keefe, president of Ohio University's American Association of University Professors chapter, said he would expect the Pride Center, Women's Center, and Multicultural Center to shut down if the bill passes. This bill definitely targets university positions where administrators and employees are working to promote diversity, equity, and inclusion, which is a really broad range, O'Keefe said. It's crucial to have an educational system that gives everyone equal footing and an equal opportunity. If you feel you're not within the larger majority of the student body, you can have a very isolating experience, and that makes it less likely for you to complete your degree. Ansel has worked at the Pride Center since her freshman year, but it's more than a job to her. Not only is this my stable source of income, it's what I want to do for the rest of my life, she said. I want to advocate and be an advocate. It's so meaningful to have a place where I can be fully myself and completely and not have to compromise any part of my identity. A major driving force of her choosing the university was knowing the Pride Center was on campus. The Pride Center is so intertwined with my college career, and the thought of no longer being able to work there or even go there is really devastating, Ansel said. There were more than 360 unique student visits to the Pride Center in January, Ansel said. All of those students that don't know where else to go when they come to the Pride Center, where are they going to go? Ansel said. Queer people would not stop existing on college campuses if Senate Bill 1 passes, according to Ansel. I get this sense among people that there's just a lot of fear right now, and I certainly feel a lot of fear myself right now, according to Ansel. Senate Bill 1 has had one hearing so far and has more testimony scheduled for Tuesday. The bill is up for a possible committee vote Wednesday morning. If Senate Bill 1 passes out of committee, it could go to the full Senate Wednesday afternoon. That's the news at this hour. Be sure to download the Live 365 app to take PEP Radio with you wherever you go. If you watch our news videos on YouTube, be sure to click the subscribe button. And now let's get back to more music here on PEP Radio.